Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Comfy Nest with Grace. You might be visiting on the YouTube channel or the Facebook page or in the VIP group, wherever you come from. Welcome. I'm going to shut off this light because it looks like we have a big shadow over the table. So let's do some lighting adjustments and grab a chair. Good afternoon. Hello. It's Lots of Love Wednesday. I'm going to get my paper out. Let's do some drawing. Not drawing really. But I like for you to be able to see what I'm writing. Lots of Love Wednesday. I'm going to cheat. I'm abbreviating Wednesday. I hope you don't mind. Hey, Christina. Yay. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for saying hello. Thanks for your pure enthusiasm. There's Debbie Gravoy and Missy McComb is here. Hello. What are you guys up to today? What's happening in your world? I think I need some hand lotion. My hand, I don't know. I probably washed my hands 15 times today. I've got a roast in the oven. I'm trying a pork roast in the oven for tonight. We got a busy night with religious ed. So we get home and they have to leave right away. So I'm trying to get something substantial put together before all the people need to eat. Hello, Annette. Hey, Gia. Hi, Darla. Welcome. Thank you guys for being here. It's Lots of Love Wednesday. So just a brief rundown. Does anybody not know what that means? Does anybody not know? I mean, so many of you hang out with me on a regular, but I don't want to take for granted that there might be somebody here who's new who doesn't know. I'm adjusting that lighting for you guys. And hello. You could see me. Here I am. Hey, Cheryl. Does anybody not know what Lots of Love Wednesday is? Oh, Christina, I am so jealous of you. Look what she says. No, go take your nap. She says, I'm about to take a nap. I want to take a nap, girlfriend. But now I have to watch today's craft first. Oh, I got something super cool. I'm actually really excited about this idea. I've never made this before, but I have a really cool book idea for the gift giving season that's coming up. It is what's going to be auctioned off to benefit Lots of Love. So Lots of Love is a nonprofit organization that brings light to people who live in darkness, whether it be from a storm that comes through, like they helped in Louisiana after a hurricane there. They do help in the United States. They also help in impoverished countries outside of the United States, and Chakator partnered with Lots of Love to specifically help the country of Malawi. So in Malawi, for example, families burn kerosene, they burn wax candles to get light into their homes, just so they can see. So the kids can do any schoolwork or reading. Mom can do any housework that she needs to do or care for sick kiddos. And they do it by candlelight or by kerosene, burning kerosene, which is very unhealthy for the lungs. But Lots of Love comes in and brings them one solar powered light that is a $50 US dollar, $50 light that is solar powered, so that they'll have it for the next 10 years and it provides enough light and to replace the candle or the kerosene. So they also do some education in teaching these families the money that they're saving, which is about 30% of their income every month, that they're saving from not buying the candles, not buying the kerosene. They help them create a goal for themselves to perhaps buy a pig or a cow or chickens to feed their family in the future. So it is really more than bringing light to people. It also brings them hope and more prosperity for the future, for their kids and for them. So it's a really good nonprofit that Chakator has been partnering with for a very long time. And every month I do two things. I have a shout out prize. So let me write it down. So I have a shout out prize. And what that is it's my way of thanking all of the Crafty Chicks community, for participating in Lots of Love by being giving hearts. So anybody who makes a donation to Lots of Love, either a flat donation, bidding on the auction item that I'm going to make today, and the winner of that makes the donation to Lots of Love. So the auction item, or rounding up your order. So if you order Chakator supplies from me and it's $12.60 and you round up your order to $13, that 40-cent difference gets donated directly to Lots of Love. Roundup orders, and they really do add up. So last month we had 6 donors. That included me. So we really had we had 6 donors, 9 donations through my Chalkator website. And what I do is I take all of the names of the ladies who donated. Each donation gives you a chance to win. And I put the names on a random wheel of names. And every month I choose one of those ladies and I send them a Chalkator package of Chalkator goodies, things to create with. So I do this every month. It's just my way of thanking our community for participating. So last month we did raise $57, which was enough for one light for one family. So that's hugely impactful for that family for over 10 years. And I already chose the winner. I did it about an hour ago and posted it in the VIP Craft Club. And the winner of the shout out prize from all of the people who made donations is Susan McMichael. And Susan, every month, Susan, you're a huge giving heart. She made 4 donations last month. So out of the 9 donations that we got, 4 of them were from Susan. So, and her name randomly came up on the wheel. She had 4 chances to win. So her name came up and she's the winner of the shout out prize. So I'll be sending her some Chalkator goodies in the mail. And now I'm going to create a project that will be auctioned off overnight. So I let the auction stay open in the VIP Craft Club till tomorrow morning when I wake up, usually around 7 a.m. And whoever's the high bidder at that time wins the auction. They get the item that I'm creating by just making the donation for their bid amount directly to Watts of Love. It's so exciting. It's a really great community effort to bring goodness into the world. And I appreciate you guys for participating so much. Hey, Cindy, hello from Michigan. Someone says, woot, woot. Sandy's here. Hello, Sandy. Hey, Jean. I got to go back and see all who's here. Hey, Mary DiCarlo, I see you. Awesome, you guys. I do have a banner for Watts of Love. Yeah, I got a little ticker tape. It's Watts of Love Wednesday. It's kind of fun and festive. I give away a prize. I make something that gets donated by me. I donate the item, and then the person who wins the auction, the high bidder, makes a donation to Watts of Love. So it's double. We're like partnering together to bring goodness into the world. So let's get started with today's project. It is a book. My son drinks this Pedialyte Sport. Instead of using Gatorade or one of those others, he uses this. I'm a little athlete, for his electrolytes. So I was looking at the box the other day because he goes through about one of these a week. And I was looking at the box and I'm like, dang, that would actually be a great little book size. Well, little did I know, you guys, you are going to just love what I came up with today. You're going to love it. I can't even believe it myself. Hello, Miss Grace. How are you, darling? Thanks for being here. I appreciate you so much. Oh, Janice, you're so sweet. Thank you for congratulating Susan. I don't know that Susan she doesn't always make it to my lives, but she's in the VIP Craft Club, and we usually tag her after the announcement of the winner, and she'll learn that she won eventually if she's not here live. Okay, so this is going to be my cover of the book, and I was just trying to determine. It's got a wide space here for the binding, for the spine of the book, and I've already cut out some papers to size. I was trying to think through the project, and I did a little cutting ahead of time. So these are already cut out, and I think I'm going to use, what I'm trying to decide is how many pages to use. Okay, and I was thinking 4 in one signature, but that would look awfully funny with this really big wide. So I might do 2 signatures of 2 each. If you are unfamiliar with the language of junk journaling, do not ever hesitate to ask questions in the comments. I love to hear from you guys, so don't be afraid to do that. Okay, I'm going to put something in a little pocket on every page. So if I have 4 pages, I need 8 slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually will have more than I need. But I think I'm going to do 2 and 2. That'll give me more than I need. And I think I'm going to make the book this way. And we're gonna load up this book with some little gifts for somebody. So let's just get started, because I've thought through most of it. But I've never made one of these before, so you're gonna see how absolutely stinking cool this is gonna be. Okay, I need to just mark off. I don't need it to be exact, but I usually do about 1 inch around. I need enough paper to cover with about an inch around extra so that I can roll it over to the back side. You'll see what I mean in a second here. If you haven't hung out with me live while I make some books, this is going to be such a simple design, you guys, for I think for the gift giving season. So what we're going to do is we're going to end up gluing this and then wrapping it. So that's why we need the excess around the edges. I bought some new glue yesterday. I told you I was going to go get some new Fabrifix. My Fabrifix is probably 6-7 years old. It is extremely old, so it is very thick. It doesn't ever want to cooperate. You can always add acetate to your Fabrifix. It's a silicone-based glue. You don't want to put water in it, but pure acetate, which I've done probably 8 or 9 times, but you can see in my jar how thick that is. It just, when I'm live, it is so frustrating that I can't get this to come out quickly so that I can just get through the project. So I went and bought some more glue, and Tacky glue is a phenomenal craft glue. And a lot cheaper than Fabri-Tac or Fabrifix. So I noticed yesterday that they also had a clear one. So I picked that up too, because like these 2 bottles were less than $5, where when you buy a bottle of Fabrifix, the size bottle that they have at my Walmart, I think it's like 11 ounces. It's about $12. So it's more expensive. So I just figured, let's just use this since we know it works real well. We are going to cover this up. I just cut the tip off of this. I haven't even used it yet. This is the first time I'm using it. So we're going to cover this up with some pretty paper. I just need full coverage. Some people like to use double-sided tape. I've done that before too. That works really well. It just takes a lot longer. So for the sake of your time, I'm going to do it this way. I want a little more on here. Make sure that really stays. And I try to flatten it out with the tip so that I don't have beads of glue. I want anything that's kind of raised up, flattened out a little bit. I gotta check comments. Hello, Mary. Thanks for fluffing the nest, Gianna. I appreciate you. Thanks for spreading the grace, Debbie. I love that way of saying it. Thank you, thank you. Okay, pretty side down, because that's going to be on the outside. You can do it either way, but I'm going to cover this, all of this, the wording for the Pedialyte. It doesn't have to be exact. As you can see, I'm not worried about being super precise about getting that on there. It just needs to get on there. Okay, so we don't have to be super precise, especially because the pattern that I picked for the cover, it's just a repeated dot pattern. So there's nothing hard about, if it had a butterfly, you might want the butterflies positioned in a perfect way. And of course upright, but that's not our issue. We don't have to worry about that because it's just one repeated pattern. We are going to cut these down to nice corners. And this feels like it's not sticking real well, so I might fortify it with some glue. Oh, it's right here, Jana. It's never far from me. It's never far away. Ever, ever far away. I just wanted to use my new glue. I'm so excited that I got a new bottle of glue. Yeah, and I just don't do well on my corners ever. These are all going to get wrapped around, so it doesn't really matter that much. I have seen people cut these down. You don't have to, but you could cut at the point where I'll show you here. At the point where it folds, you could cut that down. I see a lot of people do that, but it's not necessary. I don't usually do that. I want to make sure this is really sitting flat over here. I got some gumped up, some bubbles. Okay, so this project that I'm making is going to be the auction item for this month's Watts of Love auction. So it will be available for you guys to bid on starting tonight when I finish with it until tomorrow morning. Does tacky glue take longer to dry? It's a lot like the art glitter glue, to be honest with you. It's a lot like this one. It's so cheap compared to so many of the other specialty glues. It really is. I suppose because I did a little notch here, I should do it on all of them. I don't normally do that, but you will see some people doing little notches here so that what you fold here, this will all get covered anyway, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like. The view that you can see right now, the inside of the book, is going to get covered with more paper, or you could use fabric is the other option, right? All of this is going to get covered with something else. So anyway, I think for this, I will just use my glue stick, my handy dandy. And I want to make sure I really get into that crease so it secures down well. Little books, they're easier to manage and put together than big books. I'm a fan of little books, girls. I'm a fan of them. Howdy, Wendy. How are you? It's 2 o'clock, 2010 in Northern Ireland. Hi, Anne. Oh, thanks. She said she loves my segment yesterday on the Memory Decks event. My little Memory Decks cards turned out so amazing. I actually have to, I don't normally toot my horn like that. Don't normally do that, but I was really thrilled with the chicken wire and the raffia and how it all came together. It just so darling. Her set, Cynthia's set that she gave us, and I hope you grabbed your freebies. It's just such a cute set. I don't think anything you make with it could be bad. It's the set that made it so beautiful. All right, all of this is going to get covered in here, so we don't have to get too worked up over how precise these edges are and if they're all matching in, you know, the way that they're laying or not. All right, I just throw everything on the floor. That's kind of my mode of working. Okay, you do want to make sure, I do want to make sure that I have nice corners though. So I'm going to grab my huge bone folder and I'm just going to turn in, I might need my smaller one. Turn in these corners to make sure that they're nice and smooth. It's a little hard to get in there with just your nail. I mean, sometimes I actually have a nail on this thumbnail. This one's gone, but this one's still there. So I'm turning them so that they're ready to go when I'm ready to glue this down, which I am now. And we want those to be nice and covered. This is going to be the cutest little gift idea for you guys for this holiday season. So if you don't have an inkling to make your own gift book, you could bid on this one. You know, you'd be donating to Watts of Love. It would benefit Watts of Love. And I'll have it available for bidding this afternoon. Usually I'm hoping I get the whole thing done while we're live. And then I'll just take a photo of it and list it, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Just really focusing on those corners to get them smoothed out. All right, there we go. Now I need to cover these inside panels. Easy breezy. I was thinking, okay, so I'm using, all of this paper is from the same paper pack and it's double-sided florals. Actually, I'm going to put these two together and these two together. It doesn't matter, but they're all from the same paper pack, and I may want to use coordinating papers because those are the cuts for the book itself, and these are the leftovers that I have. So I'm going to show you. I have 8 options for color design to put on the inside of the book. So I actually really like the pink floral. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the pink floral to size so that I can put it on the inside cover of the book. So a little pencil mark. I want it just shorter, just a little bit shorter. I don't like it the same size, a little bit shorter. So I'm going to cut it there. And And then I'm going to cut 3 panels to cover these 3 things. And they'll all be the same height. And I just use my pencil. I just think it's the easiest way to do it. I'm going to cut it there. And then we'll glue these down and the cover will be done. So that's going to go there like that. I'm going to make a matching one. I need one just for the other side, so it needs to be the same exact size. So I'll just use this as my template. Make this easy on myself. There's my 2. And actually, they don't have to all be the same. I'm going to do those 2 the same for sure. And then this piece needs to be, I think I'll use this side for this middle piece just to break it up a little. It's bigger than 1 inch, which I normally don't use, but oh my gosh, how pretty will that be? Like that. Yes, I like it. Now, you could, when you're making your books, if you don't like the white, this white gap, let me see if I can zoom in a little for you guys. I'm going to get you down a little closer. Zoop. If you don't love the white gap, what I usually do with that white gap right there, I don't think most people pay attention to it, but what I usually do for myself with that is I put washi tape in there, and it is a really nice option. I'm looking for a washi tape that might match. It's a really nice option for, you just put the washi, before you glue these down, put a strip of washi tape here. It's really flexible, so it moves really easy, so you're not going to have any trouble with that bend, that fold. I'm not loving the color options I have available, to be honest with you. Sometimes I go with something real funky, but it still has pinks, so maybe this will be it. You love the big UHU glue stick? You love yours? Well, if you love what you got, then you should stick with what you got, honestly. Why mess with it? Okay, so what you could do is cover right here before you glue anything down. Cover this up. And truthfully, I normally put a little extra glue on washi tape because it's repositionable, but we are going to be gluing these down on top of this, so I don't think it's even going to matter. That is a really pretty washi tape, you guys. It's got gold foil in between the really pastel colors. I know I got it stuck on my finger. Get off of me. Go away. Go away, you. It's just a little decorative edging. I mean, I don't know that most people would even pay attention to this little detail, but if you are a detail girl, if the details matter to you, that's why I wanted to show you. It might be good for you to just put that little bit. And let's do this. Make sure these are folding real nicely. This is going to be so stinking cute. And then we're going to glue these down in place. Let me get a little glue book. Gotta really get my edges good. So I did a little bit of prep work ahead of time for your sake, really, mainly. But these books really, once you know how to make them, they don't really take a long time to make. And I do think this is going to be a glorious idea, if I don't say so myself, for the holidays. I think you guys are going to really love this really cute idea that I have for the holidays. You like that washi tape? Isn't it cute? It's very pretty. I like the shape of it. It's kind of modern. I like the foil, and I really love the pastel-y colors, the very soft colors. Whoops. Focusing. So I'm not talking because I'm focusing. This too, putting these extra layers on the inside, whether you use fabric or you use paper, it really does help make the book stronger. So that is a good reason to add. And these are all cardstock, which is nice. Okay, that's the side I want, so I got to glue on the other side. Got to get it in the middle. Girls, we got to get in the middle. Where are my folds? It's just the right size. And I'm trying to make sure it's not only in the middle of the binding vertically, but also horizontally, that it matches up with the other two panels, like, you know, reasonably. I'm not that precise, but reasonably matched up. Okay, very pretty cover, right? Do you like it so far? Now I'm intentionally leaving this really, really plain, because my thought is whoever wins this in the auction, my hope is that you're going to use it. I mean, you could keep it for yourself, but if you wanted to use it as a gift card, as a gift, you can definitely do that. And you could like put on the front like a happy birthday sticker, or you could put on the front something that says Merry Christmas if you wanted to, or Happy Valentine's Day, like however you want to use it, you'll be able to use it that way. Thanks, Kim. Gia, I love that idea. Can you guys see what Gia said? I'm going to put it up on the screen. She said, I've started making little books for each holiday, and I have the family each write a little something in it. What a nice keepsake. You know, absolutely. When you think about it, for your holiday, say you're having your Thanksgiving dinner, you could have everybody at the table just pass the book around and have them write something little on the inside. What a nice little keepsake. I love that idea. I gave myself a template. It's the same size as the binding of the book. I fold it in half. I fold it in half again. That tells me I'm going to do a 3-hole punch here. So it tells me where to put my punches if you want them exactly, you know, precise. I did the same thing this way. I folded it in half. I folded it in half again, so I would know the other way where my lines are for putting my holes. Now, I will end up, I think I'm going to do 2 signatures. Let me get a pencil and I'll show you. So on here, I definitely need a hole here, and I need a hole here. We're going to do 2 signatures, and I want them equally placed. And then a hole here, a hole here. And all I'm doing is marking the place where these 2 folds meet, and that would be like the spot where I need to put my hole. This to me is the easiest way to give yourself a template rather than trying to figure out measurements, particularly like if you're like me and fractions are hard for you. Fractions are hard for me. I can't add them, divide them, multiply. I can't do it. I can't do. So if it's 5 3/8 and I need to get to the middle of that, I don't know what that is numbers, but I can make a piece of paper that's the same size and fold it in half. And now I know where the halfway point is. It just makes a lot of sense to my brain. Okay, so this is going to be where our holes are going to go. It's also going to guide where my holes are going to go in here in my book. Do you see that? And this is a really simple book because we only have 2. I'm going to get my pokey tool. We only have 2 signatures each 2 pages. I could do, I have some extra pages here, but I think I'm going to do 2 each. You'll see why here in a minute. You will see why with the way I think this should be used, in my opinion. So I'm going to use this and poke my 3 holes. 1. And if that seems difficult for you, just get like, it doesn't even have to be a cutting board. It can be a piece of cardboard. And you can do it this way to get that poke through. It's a little more controlled. So that might be helpful to you. It could just be a magazine. It could be like an old book. You don't have to have one of these cutting mats, but it may be helpful to you to have the cutting mat. You may already have a cutting mat. Okay, same thing here. I got to make myself 3 holes in my signature that are going to match with my book. There's 1. There's 2. I love the visual of having a template. And here's 3. Okay, those are prepared. And now I have to do my book itself. If it helps you, just paperclip. Use a paperclip. If you think this is going to get all wiggly on you, you can paper clip this down or, you know, temporary tape it, painter's tape or washi tape. But as long as it stays in place while I'm making my holes, I'm in good shape. And I want to make sure that it is straight before I start. I think it needs to move up just a titch, now down just a titch. Come on, cooperate with me. All right, here we go. 6 holes. 1. And if I use my template to make the first like divot in the paper, then I can pull the, you don't even have to pull the template, but if I can get, I'm putting a lot of pressure. As you can see, I'm pushing down really hard and it just like literally just pokes through. I need a bigger hole than that, obviously. So now I can pick it up because I have that first poke established. Now I can pick it up and really poke through. Oh, that one is not that established, actually. Come on, baby doll. I know you want to. There you are. I have the funnest idea with this book. I'm super excited. I thought about, Jenna says, I think I might do that. Do you still decorate the inside and leave blank pages? I thought about bringing crafts and letting each decorate a page as well. Maybe die cut stencils, embellishments. Jenna, that's a fun idea. Make it like a family project. Let every single person do something. Decorate some way on a page, whether they want to draw, color, stencil, stickers. Oh my gosh, they could each make their page their own. That would be a good filler too for time on some holidays. You know, we don't have a lot of game players. They don't want to play games, but that would be something good the kids can do. Your husband gets frustrated with you too, Nancy? When I made books, I have such a hard time placing multiple signatures. Debbie, it's just takes some practice. And I would say for sure, like give yourself some grace because we're human. It's just like making a quilt by hand is never going to look the same as making a quilt on a factory line that can be incredibly precise. Made by hand means that it's loved. It is loved and it's imperfect. But those are both good things. I think they're really good things. So don't get yourself too worked up about that. I'm wondering if I should do some nail brads. That would actually look really nice. Should we put some brads in here? So these are going to get sewn into those little signatures. I think some little, let me see what colors I have. Oh, some like little brads might be nice. Silver, maybe silver. It would just dress it up a little, especially if it's going to be a gift item, right? I have white. I have these white ones. But I don't know that I want white. So I guess I could either go silver. Oh, these two got loose. What are you doing down there? Or I have like these brassy colored ones. I always lean toward the vintagey styles. Debbie, give yourself some grace, my darling. Hey, Patricia. Yeah, let's do the brads. Kim said they would be pretty. These ones are rather big, actually, for this little book. Although it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think I have smaller brads. You guys, I got stuff falling. Oh, Lord. The challenge of having a small room. I kick stuff around because I don't have any room. And I get irritated with my lack of space. Okay. I think, yeah, I have smaller ones here. I don't have enough room in this little holder for all of them. And so this one I have like a green. The green might be pretty. They're really teeny, guys. But the green, I like the green. All right, let me see if I have 6 of these green. Yeah, I definitely do. I'm gonna have to use my tweezers though, because I can hardly pick them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. All right, let's put these big ones away. They're too big. It's a little project, so let's use little ones. And then we're gonna just, I may even, the hole may be big enough to just poke this through. It may or may not. I'm getting used to this thing, you guys. It's kind of new to me. I'm gonna need the long arm because look, that's the thing about this handheld. It's so handy to have it, but then you can only go so far. I can't even get into the holes. So I need my long arm one. That's why I have this one, which if you're a bookmaker, you're gonna want the big one because it will do both the holes and it'll do the settings for you. I want to do the holes from this side and I can get all the way, like all the way in. It can fit a 12 by 12 piece of paper and get in the middle of it. So it goes as far as a little more than 6 inches reach. So that's the good thing about this one. All right, I'm going to redo these holes so that I can get these brads in here. Hold on, girls. I'm eyeballing where the thing is, and then I'm going to move this so that I make sure that they're horizontally the same. Nope, one down. Gracie, I'm having trouble with placement, girls. I'm going to scoot this over. One more, Gracie. I'm talking to myself, girls. I'm talking to myself. Okay, I don't even have to, I can still get that deep to get that last row. See how far in you can get with this long arm one? It is a glorious thing. And it has, I don't know if you can hear me adjusting this, but it has, on this end, it has this little gauge right here. And that's what I'm laying the end of the book against. So that when I do that first hole, all I have to do is slide it on that gauge to make sure that that second hole is right next to it. If I don't use the gauge and I just use my eyeball, then I end up one higher than the other, inevitably. That's what I do. It's not on purpose. It's just human error. Okay, we're going to stick these in here and we're going to squash them down. Okay, this will dress it up a little bit, particularly if it's going to be a gift. It's good to dress things up. I think, I can't remember. Girls, dressy side up or down? I think, I can't do more than one at a time because it's going to fall out. I think it's dressy side up. I had to think about that for a minute. Dressy side up to get this in here. Oh, Lord, now it popped out of there. I always have to think on this one to get it right. Yeah, I need to do it one more time. It didn't quite. I will say this to you too, I've learned over the years. If you struggle with getting these brads set, on the inside where it's supposed to like splay open, like spread open, when you buy these things, I think I've told you guys this before, but just for the sake of those of you who didn't hear this message, I'm going to pick one up, a bigger one with a cute, not Q-tip, tweezers. Hold on. I got two. I got more than I bargained for. I only need one. Okay, I'm going to show you something. I hope the camera can zoom in on this. White piece of paper would be helpful, but I don't have one handy. Just as a backdrop. I don't know if this will zoom in. On this edge, the edge that has to open up on the back end, this is the decorative part, the bigger part, and then the back end of it is smaller. And that end, you want to find ones that have little notches in them so that when this thing pushes on it, it opens up evenly. If they don't have the little notches on them, then they won't open up evenly. They open up really kind of uneven. I don't think you can see it. All right, you know what I'm going to do? Just let's get to one camera. And maybe now that it just has one thing to focus on, it'll do it. Come on, baby doll. I don't know if you can see it, but on the skinnier part, on the back part, you want it to have little notches in the metal. Otherwise, these ones don't have the notches, so they don't open quite as nicely as the ones that have the notches. You pay a little more for them. Yep, you do. Yep, you do. But this is one of those craft supplies you don't want to cheap out on. You don't want to be cheap on because your projects suffer for it. They just don't sit as nicely. I mean, if it matters to you. I mean, they're still on there. It's not like they're not usable. It's just they sit so much better when you have, whoops, it popped out of the hole. Get in there, little friend. These little ones are a little more challenging to work with, especially if you have dexterity issues. Pretty side up. Thank you, Tamara. I got it, girl. I always have to think about it. Like I have to put some actual effort into the thought process here. This is going to be so much nicer than just the empty hole. It looks so much more dressed up. All right, this is about 10 minutes of time that I was not counting on doing, but I think it's going to make this auction item that much nicer. That one needs to be reinforced. Remember, these ones do not have the notches on them. And I want to use them up. However, when I buy these brads, I never buy them without the notches, even though they're more expensive. It's one place I don't go cheap if I can help it. Okay, they're in place. It's a little bit of effort, but I think it's worth it because it's going to look so pretty. All right, now we can, I might need this thing one more time to do a closure. So I'm just going to put it aside for now. Okay, got all our holes in place so we can sew in our signatures. And I think about using white instead of, I have a dark brown that I always use. I'm thinking about using a white instead. And I have this white waxed thread. Let's use that. I lost a needle, guys. I can't find it. It's somewhere around here. One of these big tapestry needles. I can't find it anywhere. Pretty side up, yeah. Jana, you love your crocodile. Isn't it like the best tool ever? It just adds so much functionality to your craft space, I think. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't like the way that one looks at all. Your little stinker. It's okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's just what you get when you have those less expensive ones. Okay, I have to decide what's the top, what's the bottom. Doesn't matter to me. They're all the same. This can be the front, and let's go with the blue first. No rhyme or reason why. I am going to tie on the inside, and I'm going to start on this first one with white thread. This won't take very long. I've kind of gotten pretty quick at this normally because when you've done it enough, it will just become easier for you, I promise, Debbie, and anybody else who struggles a little bit to get multiple signatures in place. I promise you, the more you do it, the easier it will be for you to do. Okay, I want to make sure everything's nice and tight and straight. That looks good. Make sure we don't have any extra out there. This feels like dental floss, guys. This came with one of the kits that I bought for making books, a bookbinding kit, and it literally feels like dental floss. I'm going to cut that real close so that you can't really see it. Okay, so we got the first one in. These are all just patterned papers, so there's no right or wrong in terms of up or down. It doesn't really matter. Some papers do matter, so you have to really pay attention. I've stuck myself, giving myself a heartache a couple of times with like, oh no, those pages are upside down. Yes, I've done it before. Hey, listen, the more you make these mistakes, you make them enough times, and then you go to yourself, okay, I'm not making that mistake again. Okay, so we're going to come off of this blue and onto pink if I do it this way. Is that what I want? Sure, why not? Let's do it. Excuse me. I got a tickle in my throat. I think I need a drink of water. My hands are a little busy right now. Come on. Cooperate with me. Once you get the first two in, it really does help to hold the rest of it in place better. Excuse me. Why are you're just stuck and you don't want to move? Just enough with that nonsense. Excuse me, you guys, it really is a tickle in my throat. I need to drink a water. Hey, Lisa. Lisa's on a little vacay, girl. What you doing hanging out with us here? How are the Rocky Mountains, friend? How are the Rocky Mountains? The pictures that you shared recently are so beautiful. Wow. I've never been to that area of the country, so I'm so glad that you get to enjoy that with your hubby. Thank you for visiting. I'm so sorry for the cough, you guys. Oh my gosh, it looks really good, actually. All right, this waxy thread is super waxy, like I can feel it on my fingers. How strange. Okay, our pages are in. Now, you guys, wait till you see what I'm going to do here. My plan is to make this, and you guys, you can make this so easily. You can do this. I know you can. I've already done a little homework to figure this out. I'm going to show you my homework. And this is what I'm basing this on. We're going to need these extra pieces of paper, which I have this little one right here, too. I'm going to put in this is going to be an option item for Lots of Love, remember? So I'm going to make little pockets and stick Choc Couture packets in the pages. Oh my gosh, so it'll be like a little Choc Couture pack. And I also have a mini squeegee and a stir stick that we can stick into the little pockets. But then I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a cute little gift idea. Look, this is an old hotel key card, but it's like the gift size. Look, if you give gift cards to someone, what a fun little gift idea for gift cards. So teenagers especially, right? Like they're really hard to buy for. They want to buy their own stuff. But you guys, look at how fun that'll be. So the paste packets are taller, so they're going to take up more of the page. That's what the auction is going to be, with the paste packets on the inside. But then whoever gets this in the auction, you can pull out all the paste packets, keep them for yourself, and then use the book as a little book gift, a gift booklet for the holidays, or maybe someone's getting married and you want to give her gift cards to like a variety of places. You would have all this space. So I don't think I need all of these. I think I'm going to do pockets maybe every other page. And I figured out my pocket size. If you're making your own book to size, right? Like you can screenshot this pocket cover 2 5/8 by 1 3/4. If you use a skinny glue or you can't use a really wide tape, because then this just fits in there, you guys. If you see how much space you have to use your tape, you can't use a really like a 1/2 inch tape. That's not going to work, because then your thing won't fit in the pocket. But if you want to screenshot 2 5/8 by 1 3/4, that is the perfect size to get for your pocket front to be. The back of the page doesn't have to be this slim. You could glue this into like a regular book of any size, and that pocket cover will hold your gift cards in. So if you had an 8 by 10 book, you could put 4 of these on one page and have different gift cards in them if you wanted to. I just think it's such a fun idea for a Christmas gift for somebody who you do gift cards for, where it's a little more special than just getting the gift card from the store, like the Target gift card cover or whatever. You can still hand make. I think it's such a fun idea. So we're going to make them. I'm going to make these pocket covers. We're going to glue them in, and then I'm going to stick paste packets in these. And I want to do at least 4, maybe 6 of them. And I have enough room in the book. We have enough pages for that. So let's get started. I need 2 5/8 by 1 3/4. And so I have this. So I'm going to do over here. I've got my little cutter. This doesn't have 5/8 is right there. Yes, it does. Okay, 2 5/8. If I'm right, by 1 3/4. Let's see how right Gracie was with her measurements. Yeah, so I should be able to glue that down and then stuff that in. You just don't have, I could actually go a little wider than that. I could go wider because my book can handle it. I would say that's the minimum for your pocket cover for this. Absolute minimum, 2 5/8 by 1 3/4. But let's try it. This one's 2 5/8. Let's try 2 3/4 and see if it'll fit in here. And this is the nice thing about making your own books, because you can customize and you can cut to size whatever you need. 1 3/4. I'm going 1 3/4 high. I think that's plenty high to hold in place, and you'll still be able to see it. Yeah, that fits too. Okay, so just the tiniest bit of glue. It needs to be, do I want it to be matchy-matchy? No, I'm going to go a little different. Are you open? You open for business, dude? Yep, you are. Ooh, my house phone is ringing. My house phone never rings. We all use cell phones, but we still have a house phone just in case, you know, the kids are home alone and they need to get through to us. It never rings, but it's ringing. I bet with, you know, since the elections are coming up, maybe they're going to start ringing with all the polls and stuff like that. Who knows? I like to be able to see this base color. I like to be able to see it framed around the pocket. I really do like that little bit of a frame. So you see the yellow all the way around. I got a little bit of oozing glue here, so we better sop that up. And we're going to do this a couple of times. And I just need to let that dry, and then we're going to stick some paste packets. I'm so excited. I don't even want to wait. Look at how cute. This is going to be our auction item. So let me do another one this way. I need 1 3/4. And I can, since this paper is double-sided, I can go on another page here. I think I'm just going to do all of the forward-facing pages. If I did that, I'm going to have how many, Grace? 1, 2, 3. If I'm going to skip the cover, though, 4, 5, that would give me 6. That's a good amount. That's a good amount. I like 6. So we have 1. We're going to do one here. I don't like that one. I don't like those together. Let's grab a new paper. And what did I say? 2. I started 2 5/8, but I'm actually going to go 2 3/4 because I can handle it. By 1 3/4. Gannon is home sick with me. He has a sore throat. My poor love. I don't like this one on here. I think I like the yellow better. Yep. What a cool idea, right, Jana? You guys can handle this. Or you can just bid on this one to benefit Waltz of Love. This will be up for auction between this afternoon. I'll post it, and tomorrow morning when I wake up. And the winning bidder will make a donation to Waltz of Love for whatever your bid amount is. I'll send you the booklet. You can have the booklet. I'll send it to you. Then you make your donation straight to Waltz of Love. I do this once a month. Okay. I just have to test it, right? I just got to know. It's got to dry, though. We need to just, Grace, settle down now. Don't get too excited. Next page. Nope. These pages are really thick, so they can handle the weight of the paste packets or the gift cards, because it's really thick cardstock. Heavy duty, hefty, hefty, hefty. Sorry for the sniffles. We are all fighting colds at my house. Whoops. I want to pick up any oozy glue. Lucy glue not allowed. I'm going to skip the cover because whoever gets this, if you wanted to put something on the cover, you could even put a plain piece of white paper and write something down on there. It will just give you a little more, some options for decorating this up a little bit if you wanted to for the person that you're going to give it to. That's kind of cool, the purple with the green and the yellow. Debbie, I'm glad you like it. Hey, Carol. You're in Missouri right now, Lisa? She's driving home. Well, blessings for good travel, for safety and travel. That's easy and with no mechanical problems, no weather problems. Isn't it nice to be able to travel with, like, that's the best when you go on a trip and you have no weather issues or mechanical issues to deal with. Okay, we need 2 more. That is too busy, but those 2 look good together. So let's do 1 3/4 here, the yellow. So this one will go here. Yep, like that. Such a cute little book, right, Mary? I'm glad you guys like it. I gotta check on my my pot roast. I don't know that I've ever done this before. You know, this roast, the recipe says it's gonna take like 4.5 hours from start to finish. I'm like, well, dang, I better start. I just thought I'm gonna just start cooking it in the morning because we have religious ed tonight. It's just gonna make it so much easier for religious ed tonight if it's already all the way cooked. Okay, I need 1 more here, and I wouldn't, oh, that one's kind of cute. That would be kind of cute on there. This one, I'm going to just take a slim bit off. Well, first, let's go 1 3/4 tall. And I am going to take a sliver off of this because I think if it'll let me, yeah. Little stray paper here. Oh, all right. Yep, you're super cute. Oh, I had another one right here. Nope. We're abandoning that one. This is a Pedialyte box, for goodness sake. This Pedialyte box inspired this whole thing. It was just the shape of the box that I liked. Far, far too much glue. I had to take some of that glue off. Somebody just tried to call me, so I'm sorry if there was an interruption in your feed of hearing me. Okay, so now outside cover's done. Let's do a little flip through. So you're gonna have this space. Even in here, I could put a pocket here too for you. So you could put something else in the front. I don't like that though. Pink and pink is not gonna work. The yellow is cute. I could do a little corner pocket instead. Think about this, Grace. What if we did, if I wanted it like 2, that's like 2.5 inches tall. Hold on, I'm just thinking through something. If I wanted it 2.5 inches tall, it's a little too wide for my liking. I'm going to do a little corner pocket in the front. Add-on that I wasn't anticipating. Wait, did I put this the wrong way? Yeah, it's got to get cut. I'm just going to cut a sliver off this way. And then I think I'm going to cut it at a diagonal like this. So from point to point, and I literally just line up the points on that line to get a nice straight cut. It doesn't have to be straight, but if you want it to be linear. Now we could have like a little corner tuck spot here even. So you could tuck something else in right there. Oh no, Jana, I hope I'm back by now. She said, you went blank. Somebody tried to call me. How dare they? I'm with you. Don't be disrupting me when I'm hanging out with the crafty chicks. Okay, cute little addition. Is it necessary? No. Is it nice? Heck yeah. And whoever wins this little doodad, what you're going to get in the auction I'm going to put we're going to put a tie on this as well. So just give me a second for that. Every other page is going to have stuffed into it different colors. They'll all be different. There won't be any duplicate colors of chalk paste singles, which are going to fill this up. Uh-oh. Are you too? Uh-oh. You might be a little too wide. Hold on, friend. We got to trim down our sides. We got plenty of room to do this, so it's no problemo to sliver off a little bit on the sides. Come on out of there, you. So that I can fit you in there. This is why I said you need to make sure that your glue isn't too wide. It may be too wet too tacky. All right, let's see if we can slip in a couple more. These ones are the most wet, the ones back here. But I want to show you what you're going to be getting when you bid on this auction item. Okay, look at how full it is now with all those pastes in there. And actually, I wonder if these will, yep, this will stick in there. I do need to let it dry all the way, or it's gonna not stick together real well for you. But this is what you're gonna get in the auction. Each one of these pages is gonna have a paste packet in it. I mean, what a cute little idea. Listen, if you have a tea lover, you could put little single tea packs in there, tea bag packs in here. If you love someone who likes the electrolytes, you could put a little electrolyte, the single crystal lights or electrolyte packs in there. This one is particularly going to have chalk couture in it, just so you know. And I wanted to make a way to hold it closed. So let me quickly do that. And I think I'm going to hole punch and then put a rope through. So I didn't like how small these green ones were. I could use them just to match, but I wasn't loving how small they were. Let me find 2 more. All right, 2 more. And what I'm going to do, where's my ruler? Oh, good gravy, Gracie. Oh, you know what I could use is my template. I got my template, my handy template will tell me where the halfway point is. That's what I need to know. It's the same size. So if I line it up, one's going to go there. This one I'll be able to use this on. And for guys, because these are a little heavy, I'm going to pull these all out right now so the glue can completely dry. I just wanted you to see what you would be bidding on if you want to be part of the auction. I want to give those time to dry without messing with the glue. Okay, so that being done, I'm going to make a hole here. I can't keep my hand still. I'm having a little trouble staying steady, girls. Isn't it cute, Anne? I'm so glad you like it. What a fun gift idea. Thanks for fluffing the nest, Jennifer. I appreciate you. Okay, let's see, Gracie. This little head, I think, is too big for this. Yeah, that's the bigger head. We need the smaller one. Mama needs more hands is what I need. I'm just trying to make a little place where I can keep the, whatchamacallit, the tie for it. Okay, so just a little, and then I'm going to run, I think I'll use white. Let me grab a length of white jute. Baker's twine would be really cute too. Let me see. I have baker's twine right here. Is this the right color? Will this match well? Do we have some blue? Yeah, baker's twine could be really cute. Of course, whoever gets this, if you don't like the baker's twine, I do not tie it in to the point where you can't get it out. Because I like to have the flexibility to do what I want. So I don't normally affix it in permanently. It's not going through. All right, here's my tip for you. I'm going to cut off that gnarly end. I need a little bit of glue. And we need to twist this tight in the same direction that it's woven. It'll make it like a little needle, and it won't fray on you when you're trying to get it through the hole. It'll go right through there. And then what I like to do here is just use that hole as a place to hold my rope so I don't lose it, my tie. Come on, why don't you want to go through now? Are you stuck, my love? Let's see, is it long enough? You don't want it too unruly, but just enough to hold it closed. It might need to be a little longer, maybe. I mean, you can get a bow out of that, but truthfully, I'd like it a little longer. Misjudged that. When in doubt, go longer, not shorter. Do as I say, not as I did. All right, same thing. I'm going to put a little glue on there. And actually, I may want one of these brads on the front and on the back. This little stinker doesn't want to flatten. Come on, I need you to flatten all the way, my friend. Can't see what I'm doing, girls. Mama needs her reading glasses on. Why are you? Hold on. I wonder if I'd have better luck with one of these other ones. Let's try this one. They do, I mean, they have to be the right size. So you want to monkey with this enough so that come on, baby. Oh no, I poked through there. It's okay. It just doesn't want to flatten. I'm going to have to get a hammer and flatten that down just like Jana said, but I think I'm going to do it on both sides. I think I'll do one on the front and on the back. As much tough as, as much struggle as I'm having with it. I think I'm going to do one on the front and one on the back so that I can run my rope through both the front and the back. But you can still remove the rope, change the color out, take it out completely if you don't want it. It's not going to hurt anything either. Didn't I take 2 of those little stinkers out? Yep. It's hiding under here. There we go. Let's see if this one's any better. I changed the setting here. Maybe this one will be easier. A little bit better. These brads just aren't, they're just not ideal. I mean, you want the ones that have, like I said, that have the flailed edge on the side that gets squished. I don't know how else to say it. All right, I'm going to need to poke this through twice. I need to poke it through the front and through the back. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. This side has to get flattened, though. It's not completely flattened. I do not want to hammer while on screen because it's going to get really loud. Right there, there's just this one little spot that is being so stubborn. I'm trying to think of, oh, maybe my needle nose pliers will do it and I don't have to make any noise. I just have to go around to the other side and grab them. Let's see, maybe I can flatten it with this. It doesn't want to. You're just being difficult. More glue. I mean, if you have to, you could always use a needle to get this stuff threaded, but I try to avoid that. Where's my awl? So I think there's a little sliver of metal in the way. Yep, that's exactly what it was. Look at that. The awl did the trick. This is going to run along the side, and you can thread this through if you wanted to. Just really keep it a little more in control. This thread that you're going to use. Oh boy, my fingers are sticky now from all the glue. You can thread this through because the idea is to not lose it. when you open your book to not lose control, like lose your little rope that you're using to hold it closed. Okay, now we have this side, and this side, it did the same thing. It wanted to poke up rather than flatten out. Let's see if I can use that to flatten it. Well, I think this tie has been more work than any other part of it. Hey, Kimberly, I'm glad you're here. Kimberly, I've got the cutest little project for the Watts of Love auction this month. I'm going to auction it off in the group. Wow, and did I ever make a mess in this room? When I create, I just go like, I just start throwing stuff aside and I don't clean up as I go. That's kind of how I cook. And then I got a big old mess. Okay, this is going to be perfect for tying, right? So we'll be able to tie it closed because it's going to get heavy. It's going to get a little hefty. We're going to load all of these into these pockets, and this is going to be, I did poke through that paper, unfortunately. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's there. I'll admit it. These are all going to get loaded up with, each one will have a different color paste packet in it. And when you get this, whoever bids on it and is the high bidder. Oh, we had to put the teal one in there. Wasn't the teal one the one that I cut down? This is the one that's kind of slim. Yep. You can get in there. Yes, you can. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs of paste. And whoever uses this, these will fit, whoever gets it, these will fit in perfectly. So if you wanted to use this as a little gift card holder for a baby shower gift or a going away gift, a college graduation gift, you totally can. I made my little front pocket where I can put that. And then let's use the other one here, and I can put the squeegee in there. You like this idea? I'm so glad. What's 3C? Did you use 3C? What are you asking? Do you mean the size of the brad? I don't know what size they are. I would say they're small because that's about how precise I get. I think I want to see a little bit of that, more of that pink if I can. And then this will go here once it's dry. I'm going to poke that in there, but I have to let it dry, so I better not. And in fact, let's make it a little bit more open so that it can accommodate that. That's going to go in the back there. Oh my goodness, this is our auction item for Watts of Love for this month, for October. So like I said, I'll just repeat one more time. I'm going to take a photo of this and then post it in the Chakator VIP Craft Club. Free to join. The only rule is you cannot be a designer, a Chakator designer, and be in that group if you're not on my team. You have to be on my team, or if you're a designer, you can't be in that group. That's just a Chakator rule. But anyway, non-designers can join that group for free, and then you can come in and bid on this. This is going to be up for auction, and the proceeds, whoever is the high bidder, the winner, the proceeds will go to Watts of Love. So I donate the project, the couple of hours that I have into it. You donate the cash, whatever your bid amount is that you bid on it, and then I'll mail it off to you in the mail, and I will package it real well so it arrives to you nicely and intact. I'm in love with this project. I hope you love it too. And I'm super excited. I always love to do something that benefits Watts of Love. I'm always thrilled to be able to use my love of creating things to benefit someone else. I mean, come on, there's nothing better than that. All right, now that we have a little bit more rope here, we can tie that into a cute little bow. And then we have a little gift book there for gift cards or tea bags or crystallite bags or whatever your friend, cash. You can put $20 bill in each one of those or a $10 bill in each one of those, and that would be a cute little gift that someone is not expecting. I can guarantee you that. Or if you have someone who's an earring lover, get a little pairs of studs earrings or other pairs of earrings, and you can stick them in those little folders. Oh my gosh, I think now that I'm thinking of it, little candies, you could do so many different things in those little pockets. So there's a good idea for you, for all of our fellow creatives who love to create, making something for the upcoming gift giving season. I bet our ATC cards probably fit in that pocket real well. Let's test it. Here's our pocket. Here's an ATC card. Hold on. It's actually, you know, a card. Oh, almost, girls, almost. You'd have to go just a little bit wider, but if you want to send someone ATC cards, you could do that way. Just make your pocket a little wider. Fun idea. All right, you guys. Yes, right? For a kid going to college, all the gift cards that they need. Gas card, food card, grocery card, CVS, like all of Walgreens, whatever pharmacy they want to go to when they're sick and they need a little cold medicine. All the things. I mean, there's just so many ways we can use that. So it'll be up for auction tonight. Sometime in the next hour, I'll post it and it'll be available for you guys to start bidding. I'll give you, I'll say, you know, minimum bid amount. So starting bid amount being this, and then you start bidding at that rate. I'll give you all the rules in the group. And the bidding will end tomorrow morning, probably between 6 and 7 a.m. when I wake up. All right, you girls. Thanks for being here. Congratulations to Susan, the Shout Out Prize winner. Thanks for everybody who joined in. Make sure that you say hello in the comments if you're here, even if you're catching replay. I love to chat with you and to know that you've been here visiting, and I appreciate your company. You guys have a blessed day. Bye.